My name is Jacob Varghese. I recently completed my Bachelor of Science in Economics in Calcutta, and now I'm looking forward to pursuing a Master's in Economics. And I originally hail from Kerala, but I have a long history of being in UAE because of my parents residing here in UAE. And I was looking forward to Masters in the UK during the times of my preparation and with the time approaching towards the admission. And so I realized that I had to get GRE course to try into different universities. After searching on the internet to find some good GRE sample papers, and as such, I came across Galvanize. I saw the structure of Galvanize, the way the students' feedback are there, and especially the team that is working behind Galvanize. I instantly clicked that Galvanize would be beneficial to me and help me through it. Most importantly, the critical factor is the support of all of the teaching staff there, and the personal connection that they have given to each and every one of us, the attention that they've given to us. And that is the reason that I decided to look into the admissions counseling when that point came, because I knew that the key aspect in all of this is not merely getting documents ready, but also the personal support and encouragement given. And I've already seen that happen with the GRE, so I knew that I would receive that same sort of attention and support and understanding from the staff. And the decision to take admission counseling was again a good one to stick with Galvanize, because it did provide unexpected and very happy results for me in terms of achieving admissions. The reviews were a key factor, seeing the students who were able to get into different universities through Galvanize. But also, I would say the pricing factor at that time was an extra boost, because there was some Galvanize had some really great offers going on. And so when I contrasted it with other platforms, I could immediately see the monetary gain there. The online structure of GRE, of the Galvanize training program on the website, is just really brilliant, enabling us to see the goals we have to work towards, giving us an estimate of where we stand, because for most of us, we don't really know where we stand, so we don't know how much effort we have to put in. But Galvanize teams, the statistics on the website were very much helpful in enabling us to take a bit more effort, because we could see how much more we had to put in effort, where we had to actually reach, instead of simply eyeballing it. The GRE exam, and I'm saying, this is the exact thing that I addressed. The only difference is some of the figures are different. So in that sense, the quantitative part was it put me at so much ease, because it felt like I had dealt with this already. I knew the stuff that I'm going to deal with. I know what's going to come up next. So the quant part was, in that sense, top notch. Not only in that it helped me to ace the test, but also in that it was very similar to what I was facing GRE. And the verbal part also was, again, the same sense, as equal as one can get possibly to the GRE exam. And so again, the points that I said about the quant part, making it easy, putting me at ease to push through, and also enabling me to score well in that exam. So in both sense, both the verbal and the quantitative part, they enabled me to be at ease when I gave the exam, because I felt like I have dealt with these questions. And also in doing so, I was able to actually deal with the questions properly, because I've been able to ace them in the mock test properly. The thing that I liked the most was how similar the practice papers were to the actual GRE, because one thought in my mind was, well, I don't know how the operating system of the GRE exam is. I haven't done any proper GRE specific mock test paper, so I didn't know how I access them, how do I go towards from question to question. So because that is obviously going to be a worry when I'm actually attending the paper. I don't want to feel blind struck by it. But I'm very pleased to say that the way the mock tests, all of the practice tests that were provided on the Galvanize pattern, made it very easy for us to shift from the mock test platform to doing GRE in the actual operating systems of GRE exam. So that was, I would say, that was a misplaced paranoia from my end, that I shouldn't have even been worried about it. But I really like the fact that it was simple to use, and there is a lot to like about the GRE prep. And again, I'm coming back to the statistics bit of showing us the goal to strive towards, where we stand, where is the and the results were actually accurate. The anticipated results which GRE showed, with Galvanize, showed that what I would get in my quantitative and qualitative were actually 100% accurate in that sense. So it actually, like I mentioned earlier, it actually enabled me to see what is the effort I have to take forward, how much time should I dedicate, and it also enabled me to see that there is some sort of a metric with which I can assess how well I do, and sort of an encouraging factor to keep pushing forward. And so that is one of the other things that I like. And the reports that I received, I believe this is in the sense of the writing section reports, the feedback that I was getting for my writings. And the again, this is where the aspect of the personal touch and connection from the Galvanize team comes into effect, because all of the reports were very specific and felt like someone was actually properly taking time to look at what I was writing and give me a personal feedback, then give a student a feedback. So the reports always made me at ease to ask questions, to clarify, to push forward, and to progress forward properly. So that personal touch is always an extra booster for us. And the analytical writings aspect of the exam as well. Again, all of these aspects come in there. The feedback answers that we were given to us, the sample answers that we were given to us for us to review and work through, the quality with which Galvanize pushed through for the quantitative and qualitative sections were also pushed throughout the AWS section as well. So from start to finish, top to bottom, I don't think there's a point where I could suggest any sort of change or in any sense of the word a negative comment. Here again, the part that I keep on mentioning about the personal support and connection given was again absolutely key here, because there was no more interface to deal with. I was dealing through an interface with real people, and then there was a WhatsApp groups for me to connect through and put everything together. Again, made me throughout the entire process I was at ease. Looking back at it, I'm coming to realize that I was at ease throughout the entire process, and that is because of this constant support. Knowing that I can immediately contact them by WhatsApp. I remember contacting the team members at 8 p.m. at night and getting the response by 8:50. So I remember thinking, normally in a normal typical household that would be dinner time and they would be all busy with dinner, but they were ready to take time out and help us out. I may have been a bit too much of a hassle to them, but anyway, they helped us out in all of it. And so that has been my best part looking back when I was nearing the very final days of my GRE exam. I can wholeheartedly say that Galvanize has an amazing team there. Because I recall specifically that the maths special head called me up a couple of days before the GRE. She said that she looked at my mock test papers and then gave me apt feedback on what exactly I have to do. And when I gave the GRE exam, it was immediately clear that the exact points that she asked me to clarify and make changes were there in the GRE exam, and I was able to score 116 in the quantitative part, which I would not anticipate score. And so just of that sense, the way the team has been working behind Galvanize, everyone, including all the way from the admission support team members, all the way to the initial staff members who put me in touch with the academic team members, adding me to different groups so that I can put on my queries. The email support team, everyone has been doing a stupendous job in helping us get through with it. So in an overall sense, for anyone wanting to pursue GRE, Galvanize is the site and the team that I would be recommending to. The admission counseling was really great, because when I was looking at admissions to different universities, the question was, okay, what are the dates that we apply by which? What are the things that we need to make sure? What are the things that we get to ready? So me and my parents, we wanted to make sure that I do not miss upon any things that I have to get ready. I don't get confused with all of the admissions that are going on. And it may not be too big a task to deal with, but Galvanize actually made it super easy with the interface, giving us the exact deadlines to work towards. And the admission counseling team member, the counselor herself, looked into all of the admissions, all of the universities and my credentials, and said, categorize them into what are possible, what are high achieving ambitious goals, and what are easily gettable. And so in that sense, it gave me not only a simple list of 6 universities, but also a list that I can properly target towards and say, hey, I have a backup plan in case the plan A doesn't go to action. So it again gave me a proper footing to tackle the goal with, because I had the confidence that there was a team behind us, the confidence that there was a counselor right behind me, and it came mostly effect through the SOP and LOR formulation, the team's constant feedback of every adjustment I made to the SOP, looking it back and forth, making adjustments so I can write the SOP properly for different universities. Again and again, I keep on mentioning this point, but it's that constant personal feedback that was there that stood out the most, that again made me, throughout the entire process, I was at ease. Well, I would say get hold of Galvanize as soon as possible, be it for their GRE preparation or for the admission counseling. So I would say it would be your one-stop solution into acing your admission process, your GRE exams. Obviously, there has to be that personal contribution, your personal credential, your personal marks and effort. But Galvanize would be the best team in terms, you look at in terms of monetary sense, or in terms of the technological structure that they have in place, or in terms of the staff. Galvanize is the all-round team for you to take a look at to enhance your journey towards achieving that dream goal of an admission into university.